Alright, this is the covers video, and I have got a theme this time. It is the worst theme ever. This is the best covers featured briefly in A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. In the fifth and third worst A Nightmare on Elm Street film, there is a character called Mark Gray. Just before Freddy Krueger sucks him off into a comic book and kills him, we see him sitting around reading a pile of comics. And right now I am here to tell you the 5 good comic book covers that Mark Gray from A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, has in his collection. Spectator Spider-Man 149, Buscema cover. And this one can be seen very plainly in Mark Gray's collection. Look right there, can you see it? It is a good cover. I am partial to the bad guy featured on it, Carry On. I, however, am very unpartial to the Carry On films. Fucking shite. Oh, matron, me trousers are fallen down, and you can see me underoos. Then there would be a slide whistle sound effect, and a tight zoom on Barbara Windsor's face. Fucking dreadful. Oh, man alive, I fucking despise the Carry On films. I had to watch 60 minutes of one once, and it was the most funless slog ever. Why, Mr. Farquhar, you sat on me puddings. Eat it, eat it, eat it. This cover is good though. Here is Defenders 80. You might have missed this one in A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. It is in the background. Mark Gray has a copy of it next to a copy of Doctor Strange 68. This cover came at a time when the original Defenders, they hadn't been all together in quite a while. Hulk, he had always been around in the title, but Seaman left the team, issue 14 I think it was. And he had made a few guest appearances in like that story I still haven't read the end of with the Russians. And even Doctor Strange, he had left in issue 45 or 46. And he had came back once or twice. But right here, we properly have the original 3 back together and a good cover to go with it. Your favourite artist, Alec Rose, he did a remake of this for some reason. Push off. That is what they kept saying in the Carry On film I saw, because they couldn't say piss off. Push off, love. Why don't you push off? Oh, I'm feeling mighty pushed off with you, you dirty little cumrag slut. This is Spider-Man Team Up 146. I really like this issue. I didn't know if Mark Gray did, but there it is. It is a good team up, and it has a bad guy that works for this appearance, and then they really botch hard in the next 2 issues. I think the mystery with that new character, Black Abbott, is well conveyed by this cover. Even without his hand, with a deft touch, you still have Taskman on the cover to also entice you. This is Classical Excellent Men 33. Steve Lightbulb. He did this one. Maybe I just like it because Cyclist is punching Wolfman in his stupid face. You can see this one on display in A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child, right here. Also, this issue contains the story that features Pillick's first and second murder-suicide attempts on Miss Magnets. The third isn't until 2005. Decent cover. I am very easily swayed by covers for reprints. I like seeing different artists reinterpret or refocus what's in the issue for a new cover. Steve Lightle, he did loads of classical excellent men, and most of them are good. We are ending this with a one that is quite hidden away in the film, and that is... Can you see it there? Well, that is Spectator Spider-Man 136 by David Peter and the same Buscema as before. I think this cover is the best of these five. Much like Carry On, the bad guy, not the insatiable camp comedies. Sin Eater is one of those very C-list Spider-Man bad guys that I have an affection for. I spent 4 minutes trying to work out what to call the bad guy character before I realised the way that I would say Sin Eater just makes it sound like Sin Eater, the singer. I didn't think she ever cracked the American market. She might tell me to push off for saying so, but I didn't think she ever really made a splash on the UK charts either. Told you comics were bad for you. That is what Freddy says before killing Mark Gray. Spoilers. There's not actually a list of all the comics featured in A Nightmare on Elm Street 5, The Dream Child. And I couldn't find any screenshots either. So I had to do all this research myself and identify comics from awkward angles. I rate this a Wes Craven's New Nightmare amount of thumbs up. Because that was the 7th one.